to get this one going. And this one goes out of bounds on the opening kickoff. That is a rough start for the kicker and his team as the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Hey, middle.
From the gun, Jackson. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
3rd and long for Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. The Lions call their first timeout. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. That's going to be fielded back at the 5. And he'll give his guys a little bit. To work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. Right to the air, here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs! And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 89 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Brian Branch in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, middle.
They'll go again here with Henry. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Hey, Alpha, sit out.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Well, I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single 1st down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen. You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
Off to throw on 1st down. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Bates now for the extra point. And this one is no good. He has missed the extra point. Keep that one in mind. We'll see if that comes into play as we go along this afternoon. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. A 1st down throw for Jackson. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And that will lead to a second down.
It's hot. You are X.
Again, it's Jackson. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
Jackson up top again. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only...
That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Lions will take over here at their own 12.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. On 1st down, it's Goff. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Washington.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Aguilar goes off in motion. On 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
That's caught. Derrick Henry. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Hey, report. Report.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Lions who have the early lead. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. What can they do here on third down and 7? From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll find Aguilar, complete. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Raven first down. Now Jackson. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This is why every defense wants to play with the lead, because it allows them to just tee off on the quarterback. Go rush the passer. You're not worried about them handing the ball off or little quick game. You know they're chasing points, so what can you do? You can get after this guy, and boy, have they ever.
Second down, Jackson. This one is intercepted by Carlton Davis. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
A second down throw for Goff. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. It is a huge play for Detroit. 31 yards. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. Down inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Patrick motioning here. Here's Gibbs. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. That is caught to the goal line and in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Lamar going to work from the pistol. First down throw there is incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll motion over Flowers. To the air one more time with Jackson. Flowers with the catch. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw, Jackson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Bateman is the motion man. From the gun, Jackson. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Once again, it's Gibbs. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. To throw is Jackson. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And not much doing on this return. Good coverage. They're going to stop him in his tracks right at the 15-yard line.
All right now.
Hold up, what you saying? Look up, you ain't here no more. Fix up with a bang. Got drip when they hit that door. You did it on me. Baby, it's me. Should we go up, down? And you go bounce with me. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Make it bounce. Switch that flow, straight back, on them feet, bounce that, get down low, bounce, rap, yes indeed. By the telling me something, maybe I need to figure out how the hell are we cutting, I got a deed to the house, and the less of the, on the, if you tryna do something, you gotta lead with the bounce. Make it bounce, bounce for me, make it bounce.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Off play action, Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Taking it right down Broadway. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 63 yards. And the Colts are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Yellow. Attack. Right side.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Attack.
1st and 10.
Right side.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
I don't need to. Hey, 43, yellow. Attack. Right side.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Right side. Yellow. Easy.
Now here's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Richardson working from the gun. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And let's take it in by downs.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now an option play on second down.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Taylor. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Come on. Hey.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Alec Pierce.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Colts are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Yellow. Hey, yellow, go. Yellow. March on.
Mahomes now to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, color. Hey, 57, color, 57.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Yellow. Hey, 57. Attack. March on.
Now Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football
as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Mahomes throwing on fourth.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Michael Pittman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gay is on for the point after. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Colts 21, Chiefs nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 43. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
3rd down at 6.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs get a bit closer. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Richardson to throw off play action. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson.
Throw left side complete. That's Taylor.
And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Richardson going on 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain? Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
15. Yellow.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Xavier Worthy,
39 yards.
And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
High down these two. Line. Hey, rip list. Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On second down, here's the option. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Josh Downs
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Yellow.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Mahomes again. That is caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 7.
Line, 50, yellow. Our side.
Again, here's Pirine. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. Let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Flushed out right. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's third of the game. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Dragon 60. Ready.
They'll go for it. Here's Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
And the catch made by Hopkins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 21, here's the second down and 6. Now Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Steps away to his left.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, rip left, 15. Good time. Yellow. And color.
Mahomes now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Here's Mahomes to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Michael Pittman.
48 yards.
And the Colts will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable.
He's got a man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for KC. 44 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
To number 1, Xavier Worthy. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal.
Yellow. Right side.
Mahomes. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Come on. Hey.
Now Richardson.
And that is incomplete. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down. And that should be the one that finishes this game off.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Richardson looking to throw it.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
Richardson will throw for it.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Attack!
Mahomes to throw it.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
This is 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Yellow.
Mahomes.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. That is intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. This ball intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
I see it after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it.